Make sure. Let me make sure I'm streaming. Let me make sure I'm streaming. All right, man. Let me get the link to this. How do I get? I always forget how to get the links to my lives. Oh, I found it. What's the word? Let me just send links and stuff. All right. So we're at Chatnum. What's up, George? All right. Let's get this. Waste. Store P active. What's up, my boy? What's up, Storms? Show you guys what I got going on in a second. Call this OG. This non-check mark having bro, I got rid of my check mark, bro. I got rid of it. I didn't really care about it no more. So I changed my display name. So they took my check mark. What happened to them Liberty Story scripting lessons? Yeah, bro. Behave, bro. But yeah. We don't got a check mark no more. Can you believe that? Okay. Alright, so what we gotta do now? I'm working on a movement system, and this is for a secret American football game that I'm working on, just in private, on time. Once I get this bullshit done, I will go back to showing Vice City. I'm just in my element right now, so I need to lock in. So now I can just do type data. All right. where was I? So we got the waist angle. Now we need to get the goal. Nah, this isn't for Vice City 2. Not yet. It's gonna be some for Vice City 2. There's gonna be has the building process starting the game? Yeah, we got the map maker. It's the same guy that does the maps in Crash Outs. So same guy, man. So we need the offset, so type data. You wear my tester, Muddy. Tester for what? Hmm. Okay, so we got OGUH. Guy thinks he can code. I told Drake to let me know if y'all need help with building. We need help, I'll let you know, my boy. For sure. You just want to get like the base of the map done first. But really, we'll probably hit you up to like do most of the interiors and like we just need like the layout. To be fair. Anyways, so we're gonna multiply that secret angles. 0. What's wrong with this? Oh. Hey, what the fuck? What's wrong with this? Oh, position. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Is this the movie you were showing? No, this is a different movement. This for a sports game. So it's a lot harder when it's like with a sports game than it is with like other games. So alright, so let's not even do them at that. Let's just do see from the angles. Let's do 0. South dollars angle and 0. This may work. This may not work. I don't even know. We're gonna try it. I'll show you guys what I'm trying to do in a second. So it's a seal lerp goal angle, and then we'll do delta time multiplied by 7. This stream got insane delay, bro. Facts. I don't know how to fix it, bro. Like, how do I tell you? I have no clue how to do the delay stuff, bro. I have no clue. Okay, this kind of works. The only issue is it rarely switches. So what I'm trying to do right now is when you're facing I guess it kind of works. So when the quarterback is thrown to you, right? When the quarterback is thrown the ball to you, like your character would like the waist will kind of be facing, because obviously if I'm running this way, and my waist is like kind of like facing, so my waist will kind of like face kind of towards the QB. That's what I'm trying to do right now. But obviously it's not going so well. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. I've kind of gotten it, but it's not doing too well. I have yeah. So tracking the ball, basically, yeah. Someone take the key. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, but clearly I'm doing something wrong. Let me print the goal angle real quick. Okay. So it gets the goal angle. See, that's the issue. The goal angle is the same regardless of where I move it. So we gotta fix that. There should be no reason. It should be switching. You see, sometimes it switches, so I don't know why it's picking and choosing when to switch. Oh, okay. This is why. Because it's moving based on the y axis. The it's moving based on the left the it's moving based on the x axis. No, the not the y axis, the z axis. We want it to be moving alongside the x axis, so we gotta change some stuff, man. So let's see where I'm doing this wrong. For my waist turn. So waist angle is because the self foul waist angle. So the waist angle is right here. So default is 0. So waist angle, self foul waist angle plus. It's like a lerp, right? Oh. But yeah. So W ringtone. Yeah, thanks, bro. Anyways, you know what it could be doing right here? It could be this. It could because it's the let me switch this to the right vector. Let's see what this does. This is the part of C frames where you just gotta start typing shit. Okay, so it's facing this way. I grab this guy. Okay, this works. This works. Okay, yeah, I was right. So this works. But the issue is it's the wrong way. So we need to grab this and do waist direction and then waist direction. Alright, let me grab this guy. So if he moves this way. So this is basically what it's doing. So the QB is throwing the ball. You're kind of like your and your body kind of like your waist will change the direction based on where he is. So it looks like you're intercepting the ball. So there's a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? It looks clean. So that's what we got so far, which is tough, man. But yeah, so that's part one. But I'm gonna show you guys. So what I actually have so far. So after doing a lot of research on sports games, because bear in mind, I don't know nothing about American football, bro. Dre Swag is carrying me, bro, and I haven't made a sports game before. So the what's it called? It's quite hard to do a lot of this stuff, and I never done like a system like this. So the movement system I have right now is we have a controller that basically kind of controls all of the phases of movement. And it's not like a fighting game where there's really just the movement, like up moving left, right, and forward and backwards, and then you just move around, or like a hood game where you just moving left and right, forward and backwards. Um in a sports game there's a lot of phases of movement. Like you gotta make the movement system for like the normal left, right, up, down. Then you gotta make it for like when they're like trying to guard the player. You gotta make one for when the QB is like moving left and right to throw the ball, and it has to face has to face the receiver. So there's a there's a lot of movement that has to do with it. So I have to make a movement for every single state. And how I did it here was with I made a little framework for it, and then I code each movement style um like individually. So right now, if I switch it to the base style, because I've actually coded when these should stay, it would just do a normal left right jog animation is the default run animation. Something basic. There's nothing too much. Also, because I know that shift lock is very important for these type of games. It doesn't camera lock you to the thing, so you can like freely move. All the rotations in the game are also custom. So you might see like if I try to go in the full circle, it might confuse. I need to improve on the rotation because it's kind of all custom turning. So like this is not how Roblox characters turn, but I had to make a custom turning just so the game feels like so I can do the shift lock where you're not actually locked. But we're improving. Yo, chat, it's my first time doing any type of sports system, so nah, I'm saying have a button to cam lock onto the ball when thrown. So for cam, yeah, I'm probably gonna do that as well. I'll not facts. I'll do that. Because I've been playing a lot of these football games, and some of them don't have this. So yeah, I should probably make a system where you can. See, here's the only issue. The only issue, right, is if you're facing the QB, like there should be no reason why like your way should turn. So we have to fix that because if I'm facing them, like it doesn't need to turn the waist. So I gotta fix that. If I'm facing him, he does not need to turn the waist. So we need to get a function, or we need to use a formula to get whether you're facing him or whether you're away from him. And that's what you use that with the dot product. But I get that shit done right now. All right. So we have the QB root. So let me just do let's do a check, right? So the waist seal should be normal if it's not. Yeah, it wouldn't be cross products. It could be cross products as well. I think it's dot products though, but I'm gonna play around with it. So actually, let me show you what I was also gonna do, like a mode as well. Let me just turn. Where do we do this? Let me turn this part off, right? Let me turn this on. So this is another way. This is another mode. It's not gonna be in this mode, but where you're like fully locked to the you're fully locked to the like your whole body's just fully locked to the QB. I'll probably use this for garden, so you can like look at the person you're guarding. By the way, it's not an actual football game. It's gonna be like 1v1s only. I can't be arsed to make a full football game. I'm just gonna do simple friendly 1v1s. If the system was good, you never know. We could be able to put this into a real game, but I don't have the time to work on a full fledged out football game. So we will not be doing that. So we're gonna call this lock waist to the QB if not facing him. But first we gotta do a check to see. So we're gonna say local is facing QB is equal to 12. And then let me check if it is facing. Right. So let's get the what's up read. Okay, so let's get the vectors between them. So let's say local direction vector would be would it be the player, would it be the QB? Let's see, is equal to QB dot position minus root dot position dot unit. Let's print this real quick. Fuck. This shit fire. Appreciate you. Petition to kidnap Millie. Yeah, bro. Nice one. Vice City goaded, bro. I'm gonna be showcasing Vice City soon in a minute. This is, if you're looking at the X 0.9. We're not facing this. So. Yeah, this just doesn't give me no information. All I know is that if the dot product is 1, well, I know is that if the dot product is 1, you're facing him. If it's not 1, if it's a -1, you're not facing him. So we gotta be checking if it's 1. So just get the vectors between, and we're gonna get the dot product of this. We're just gonna say local facing dot be equal to root dot c frame dot look vector dot, and then let's do, first of all, let me fix this in the fucking direction vector. Okay. So let's just do, so if facing the let me check some now real quick, because wait, she gonna make a football game? Yeah, but it's not gonna be like a full football game. It's gonna be just like head taps. Okay, so we need to get an angle. So we gotta see where it kind of looks bad. So when it's facing this way, cool. When it's facing this way, it shouldn't turn. When it's facing this way, it shouldn't turn either. When it's facing this way, it shouldn't turn. Because for some reason, when it's facing like away from it, like this way, at this angle, like at 90 degrees. Is this 90 degrees? Yeah, this is 90 degrees. When it's a 90 degrees angle, it should be facing. So we're gonna make it so that it should face him, but it should be flipped. And then same with, and then when it's 180, it should be normal. And then when it's 0, yeah, like 3v3, yeah, basically stuff like that, yeah. When it's 0, it will be normal. So we have a, so we should get some angle thresholds. So I guess, okay, I'm gonna switch this from is facing QB. I'm gonna say we're gonna call this angle from QB, right? So we're gonna say angle from QB, and then we're gonna have this to be 3 things. So it's either it's facing. We're gonna call this 90 degrees, or it's turned. You got my ideas? Yeah, like a park. Yeah, put me on, bro. Angle from QB. Um, so we're gonna use this instead, right? And then we're gonna get the thresholds for each one. So we're gonna say, so if facing dot. Let me see. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Okay, because the guys they're facing forward, it gotta be like, oh my god, bro, I have this coded somewhere else. Let me open that up real quick. But I think it's like a math.cause. I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember. But I know I have it coded here, so if I can find it, angle pressure. Okay, okay. I got it. Yes. I knew it. It's a math.cause. Um, angle. So if, all right, let's see. So we're gonna say, so I have local angle is equal to mat dot degrees mat dot acos dot facing dot, right? So we're gonna say if angle, let's just do if angle is greater than 90, then, so if it's greater than 90, let's just say that it's turned. Let's just say angle from QB is equal to turn, else angle from QB is equal to facing, right? So we're not gonna do this 90 degrees yet because I want to see. I want to get it. I want to do the basic first just to make sure. So what we're gonna do here is we're still gonna have all this, but this lerp will only lerp like this if needed. So we're gonna say if angle from QB is equal to turn, then else waste CO should be equal to OG waste. Let me lerp. Let me actually lerp that. OG waste. And let's see how this looks. Okay. So because this is greater than 90, it's not doing it as soon as I turn here. Okay. So obviously I'm doing this wrong. Let's print the angle. Oh, bro, this is why I didn't put angle. But still though, let's print angle. I'll just see what that's getting us. Should I watch YouTube videos? But I have been, bro. Okay, facing this way, yeah. So this obviously this is like perfect. Facing this way, what about facing here? Okay. So what's the threshold? I'm trying to see the threshold for this. So okay. So we have this and we have this, right? So this is turned. They classify this as turned as well, right? But it's like a full turn, like 360 like this would be around like, let's say it's like let's do a range of like 150. So we're gonna say if angle is greater than, let's say 140. So if it's greater than 140, and so yeah, if it's just greater than 140, it's turned. Then we're gonna do an else if angle is greater than 90 but less than 140. Then we can do the if angle, oh fuck, and less than an angle. Then we can say angle from QB is equal to 90 degrees. And then we can just do else, like anything else, it's facing it, right? So I'm gonna say else if angle from QB is equal to 90 degrees. All this has to do is copy the exact same thing right here, but just, I think, just make the goal angle negative. What's wrong with this? Oh, fuck. I'm so stupid. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. That's a C frame. I'm so stupid. Okay. We're just gonna say, this just needs to be, the waist turn just needs to, waist turn. So we're gonna say waist turn is equal to angle from QB is equal to 90 degrees, and or so even when, so the default should be with the minus, or the default should be without the minus, and I think this should work right here. We don't even need this. We don't even need this right here. When game gonna be in? When game be in? But I wish I knew what you were talking about, bro. So facing this way is cool. I face this way, it turns. I face this way though, and it doesn't do anything. Huh, that's interesting. Okay, we gotta see why. Cause if it's greater than, yeah, we gotta see why. Why this isn't turned. I'm just gonna, oh, oh. Yeah. So we're gonna do if it's facing, and then we're gonna swap this around. So we're gonna swap this around, and then yeah, okay. Because we already set the new goal angle on up there, so this should technically work. So if I'm facing him, it's cool. Now if I turn here, is this turned? I don't even know. I can't tell. Okay, no wait, hold on. Okay, so I'm turning this way. The angle degrees is 95. This way should be turned facing him. Ah, this is gonna be annoying. Okay, hold on. Let me just print angle from QB. I'm gonna turn this off real quick. Okay. So this is facing. Oh my god. So 90 degrees gets ran for like. Yeah, so this is 90 degrees. So if this is 90 degrees, this should be. This here should be running. Yo, chat. Am I losing my mind? Hold on. Let's let's do this while I'm actually 90 degrees, right? Oh fuck? So we're gonna put this inside. Let me see. Moving direction. Where's the code? I just lost it. All right. So where I'm printing this, we're not gonna make it print when it's facing. We're gonna make it print when it's away, so I can actually see if it's getting around at all when it's at 90 degrees. So obviously, okay, so it is. So this is getting around at 90 degrees, but for some reason, it's not turning. When I do it like here, this turns. So we have to figure out why it's not turning. Oh, wait. I must have done something crazy. Wait, hold on. Okay, this is huge. Okay. Okay. So this is okay, hold on. This is interesting now because this is irrelevant. This is even irrelevant now. We need to see how the angles are being gotten when the player moves from left to right. Because as you can see here, I'm within his threshold. This is 180. This is down near 180. If I move here, it slowly gets smaller and smaller. And that's going to keep getting smaller until it's about 90 degrees. But obviously, they won't have space to do this, right? They won't have space to do this. So what we're going to have to do instead is we're going to have to redo this. So it should be from at least 100. So it should be if it's greater than 90. So this should be greater than 90 and then less than 180. No. That's wrong. That's wrong. It should be greater than 90 but less than 100. Yeah. Am I mutted? Oh, what's up? What's up, Mason? What a nerd. Okay, so this is actually interesting now. So now that we have this like this, we can actually see, like we can actually play around with this. So I'm not facing him, so he will continue to face this guy. He will turn this way. He will turn this way. But if I move my character to the 90-degree mark, he's still facing them. But the only issue now is he's facing them the wrong way. So okay, so here's the thing, right? Is that this should also count as the 90 degrees, but because of where he is, because of the position right here, it's a bit harder. So we can't even trust the dot products for this. We can't trust the dot product. We need to get a good number where it's we need to get a good number, right? Where this won't get affected no matter how close I am. So if I'm here, this should if I'm here, this should still kind of affect it. Like this right here, this doesn't make sense. So what we're gonna do is, it works well on this side. So we just gotta fix on the 90 degrees. So I'm thinking on the 90 degrees, it shouldn't turn because there's too much, in my opinion, there's too much. I don't know, there's too much that can go wrong with it. But first, so let's keep this. Max waist turn, waist direction. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna make it so that if it's 90, it's facing forward. I feel like that's the test it out on facing the other way 90 degrees. Oh yeah, let me try that. Oh no, it works. No, see, that's it's so weird to gauge this because it was just working. So this is not like the degrees is not working how I would think it is. Let's turn this guy around, right? If I'm not facing him, Oh, wait, hold on. What did I turn off? Oh, that's because I'm straight. Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Because look. Okay, so this needs to. So we need to. First of all, this needs to be based on the look vector. This position right here, this direction vector won't work if I'm behind them. That's a that's also an issue right there. Let me see. Okay, so what I'm gonna do instead is right is I'm gonna keep this. So if it's anything greater than 90, hold on, let me do 100 here. If I have a threshold, this might change something because I might not even know what to choose. Hold on. I'll figure out the turnaround in a second. See, Mason. Okay. So what we're gonna do instead, right? We are gonna make it so we're gonna make it so the 90 degrees and the anything 90 degrees and the angle from QB is turned. Let's get rid of this 90 degrees nonsense. We get rid of 90 degrees, and so we're gonna also gonna get rid of this because this doesn't matter. We need to get a centralized. So what we need to do is we need to get like a centralized um way. Yeah, no, your facts facing relative to the character. So what I'm doing right now is I'm my direction vector is what I'm doing for the direction vector. Oh my god, I'm getting a call. One second, one second, one second. Millie, it depends if you're standing on the right, you gotta look left. Yo, P active. We understand, bro. It's the code. It's the code that's not working. Right? Okay. So this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. When it's less than 90, it doesn't. But over here, it still needs to this needs to turn the other way. So the issue I'm using right now is I'm using the direction vector that's my route to the other person's route. Um but I'm not accounting for the fact that he could be behind me, he could be like I'm saying first of all, okay, first things first is that we don't actually have to worry about whether the guy's behind him because the QB you will never be behind the QB. We don't have to worry about that. But that's like a I see it as a that's like a cop out. Like I'm looking for an easy way out. If I look for an easy way out, I would never improve the script. So we're gonna make it so it doesn't matter which way you're turning, your waist will turn towards that it doesn't matter, it will turn towards that person, right? And it will obey this max waist turn. So what we gotta do now is we need to get this we need to print this angle. So we're already printing an angle, right? And then we need to actually no. Hold on, let me print the face in dot real quick. I want to see something. I want to see something, right? So I'm towards this guy right now. As soon as I go behind him, this is minus. Minus. So if I'm not facing him, it's minus forward. Over here should have the exact same effect. I'm not facing him. This should have the exact same effect. The only issue is the only issue is the orientations. All right, so I face him here. It's like 2. I turn around here. It's also like small, so that's fine. The issue we're facing right now is this needs to be flipped based on what this needs to be flipped based on how, you know what I'm saying. So this needs to be flipped. Now the question is, how do we get how do I know which orientation I'm facing? How do I know if I'm facing on the X axis, the Z axis? How do I know? I ain't gonna lie, that looks like a quick search to the dev forum, bro. Like, okay, let me see this real quick. Hold on, I'm tweaking. That we do know that it's the look vector. Why am I being stupid? It is the look vector. Why am I being stupid? Hold on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna print the look vectors. So I can see some real quick. Let's just print root .c frame .look vector. Six 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. I should have known this, bro. I'm gonna act like I don't know this. Okay. So we gotta make this this waist direction. We have C-frame dot position. So we have a C-frame dot new, C-frame dot position, and it's looking at the this by the right vector. So it's getting the right vector of this. So but this has to be relative to the player's root vector. So I'm trying to think of how I can do this relative to the player's root vector. I think cool, but couldn't you like split the radius around the HIP in 4 regions, 9 degrees, and detect when the player is in the region? Sounds doable. No. I'm not doing code, but couldn't you split the radius around the human root point 4 regions, 90 degrees, and detect? You can do that. No, that's actually smart. I don't personally have to do that. That would probably work. At the same time, there has to be an easier way. Like, I think right here. No, yeah, I know what you mean. The degrees, like the angle degrees. What I'm thinking is, so this waist direction right here. If I did this, let's do this by the look vector real quick. This actually might end up being some bullshit, but you gotta play around with these C frames, bro. Okay. That didn't break anything, which is good. Well, let's see this. Oh my god, that worked. Wait, why did that work? Yo, that worked. Oh my days, that worked. But sometimes you just deadass have to play with numbers. But that worked. Okay. Let's turn this around. Oh, no, it didn't work. Well, it would... Hold on, there's no way to... Wait, okay. Did it work? No, it's facing the wrong way. Jeez Louise, I thought that should... No, because was this not just working? Am I being stupid, or was this just not working? Let me try this again, hold on. Okay, no, that it did not work. No, but this is working. It's facing him. I'm so confused. This is working. Oh my god, it's stuck. It's stuck in that position. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, this might be stupid, but I'm also thinking we can use the direction vector for this. This might break something. But I don't see why this would not work. Okay, yeah, no, that works. This works. That there worked. No, it didn't. Fucking, I'm so confused. Why is this locked? Why does it work here? Oh, bro, not having shift lock is so annoying. Okay, hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's move. Let me get these guys out the way, because these are just animation rigs. Let's get these guys out the way. Let's move this here. And then... So now, we don't gotta run all the way there, so... I could turn this way. And we could just move it like this. Okay. Let's get this here. It's facing him, so there should be no issue. I just gotta turn this guy. Facing him. It gives up now. It's like, bro, it's like it gives up. And I'm not sure why, but I will figure it out now. First of all, let's unprint this. We don't need to print the blue vector. We know this. Let me turn this off. And let's go into here. Let's print angle from QV. And let's also bring this guy closer, because that running is getting annoying. Okay. So this is facing. Turned. So we know this is turned. So it's trying its best to figure out the angle to turn this to. Cool. It's facing now. I turn this guy around. It's turned. This doesn't even know the angle. Okay, I have you know what this could also be, right? You know what this could also be? I feel like we're not making use of the angle enough. Because I have this max waist turn, right? But this needs to be kind of like relative to the angle. I don't know if I just turned off my mic. Let me just... Yeah, I turned off. No, that I have this muted. Hold on. Okay, never mind. Okay, I didn't turn it off. Just have to make sure. All right, so we have a radius, and from what I'm seeing is that when it goes to the other side, so hold on, let's remove this dot right vector, right? Let's see what this does. Sometimes it's like really good to just break this down. This is the best way to deep, man. We can hear you. Okay. Wait, so you want to be facing the guy all the time? No matter if he's waist away from him? No, no. Just only when turned is true. Like when turned is true, he should be facing him. But that should work for all angles. Okay. So that okay. So seriously, here's the thing though. You see how the waist gets turned? It gets turned for the first time. It gets turned. You know what I'm gonna do? So okay. So let's keep this right vector, right? Let's keep the right vector. Does it detect the ball or the person? It detects the person. So let's print out what waist turn is, right? Let's print it after the clamp though. Because we wanted to clamp to this 30 degrees or negative 30 degrees. Alright. Okay. Okay, now is something yielding the code? I'm so lost. Hold on, let me turn. Are you guys seeing like how it wants to turn? No, this. Oh my god, I know why. Fuck. I know why. Because I did. This is still on direction vector. I forgot to change this back to humanoid. This is still on direction vector, so this should be root dot position dot look vector. Or no, root dot c frame dot look vector. That's the reason why. Okay. Okay. So it's doing minus 52. Um by the way, I probably should like actually let's see. So print map dot rad 30 degrees so I can know. So it clamps in between that or this, right? And it's using the look vector. And so and this is what makes the arc, right? Um so when it's facing one way, this bro, I might even end up spending hours on this alone. Okay, so it's turned, like turning. I'm so like, am I? What have I done? Why does it work sometimes but doesn't work sometimes? That's very very annoying. It should be working all the time. Like, what is this? Am I not turned? What is it like? Clearly something is not working. I'm gonna print this after the. I want to print this after the like before the clamp, so I can see the clamp might generally be the shit that's fucking me up right now. Okay, so we have this and okay. But for this side, it just takes a lot more changing. what we can do is my brother has to back it up. But he uses it like he only uses it when he's like going out for food. He doesn't use it like any other time, like because he bought that shit in Paris for like. So what I'm gonna do instead is, so we have see from that new look vector. Um, so I realized that this gets clamped, right? This gets clamped. Um, and we're clamping this, right? This gets clamped, and the if you can see the threshold that we have right here is like very. So I could literally work with this instead. Like, so I didn't know what it looks like. Oh fuck! I gotta see what it looks like when he's like directly behind them. And low key, I fucked up doing this because the reason why I fucked up doing this is because there should when he's right behind them, right? When he's right behind them, the when he's right behind them, it should face forward. So I'm gonna turn this off real quick, right? And we're just gonna let it go to the goal angle. We're gonna make this. We're gonna make this like face it all the time. Yeah. My biggest mistake right here was clamping it between one and two. Like what I should have done is this needs to be relative to the actual movement, not when it reaches a certain threshold of turn. Like what about all between in between here? So my issue is that I'm not actually making it follow it like on runtime. I'm giving it two numbers and and clamping it, and I shouldn't be doing that. Now this doesn't fix the issue that we had before, but it's it should be following the actual waist turn. So, but here's the thing though. So obviously, the way I'm doing this is clearly wrong. Like this faces it right. Okay, so we want it to be. So we want it to be between the this and negative, right? And we could do this with a mat clamp. But if you can see here, we're not if you can see the way I'm clamping it right here, it just sets it to one or the other. This needs to be relative. This needs to be relative to our current position, our current angle. So let me just see this real quick. So it should be turning like every time. So it can go smaller and bigger. Yeah, I didn't even know I did it like that. I did not do that on purpose. But clearly I did, and I put this in the wrong place again. Okay. So I'm gonna think of the best way to do this. Um, okay, so let's see this. 0-2. You see the issue with this? You see how it kind of locks it. Like if it's this, it shouldn't be 52. It should be. It shouldn't lock it like this. This is like a terrible way to do it. So I fucked up by doing it like that. It shouldn't kind of like lock. There should be a like lerping where the max is, but it should lerp towards that rather than just set it towards that. So what we're gonna do is, because now that I've done it like this, if you look, if I put this to where it was before, this actually follows it's not locked to two digits. So what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do a cheap way and an easy way of doing it is we're gonna get rid of this math.clan. We're going to make waist turn. No, waist thing though. It needs to be clamped. It needs to be clamped. So we gotta do waist turn. Is it minus waist turn? No, that'll be 0. Um, let's do a threshold of 0.1, 0.01. Let's do like a 0.01 threshold instead. That way, I feel like here it will actually be, it will change based on how far. No, it didn't. What the fuck am I doing wrong? Yo, am I just a skid? No, because the formula. Oh. Yeah, I gotta search this up because it should. I know clamps it between two numbers, right? Oh my god, it could be two very 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 small numbers. So, so yeah, and it just does this as minus 0.5. Yeah, that's still shouldn't run. Let's print. Let me print waist turn again real quick. Print waist turn, and then what I'm gonna do is let's do math.degree. I don't know if these are the same. They might be the same. All right, not. Okay, hold on. Let me check this now real quick. All right. I'm like confident somewhere else as well. The rad waist turn. You're gonna go into Vice City later? Yeah, well. Once I figure out this math, man. Oh, we got this. We got this. We got this. It's moving. Okay, this moves. The issue is it's tiny values, and it needs to. And this, I'm pretty sure this will keep moving. Oh, this is a non-value. This will keep moving. As you can see, it's increasing, but it's so small that it's like not noticeable. So a good thing I could do, get a bunch of fucking multiplications on this. Um, me multiply by 30. This might not do shit, but let's see. Alright, hold on. This might be a bit too big, but let's see. Let's see how this turns. It will turn eventually. Then it gets too much. Hold on. Cause I've done this before. Like this type of system, I've done it before. I'll show where I did. So I did it in crash outs. The only thing about crash outs though, why it's easier to do with crash outs, is because in crash outs, it's not like I don't have to worry about whether it's at a certain like angle. Like you see this? Oh my god, I figured out. I know the issue. I know my issue. I know my issue. Oh my god, I know my issue. I know my issue. I know my issue. I know my issue. Everything I was doing before was right. I know my issue. It's this. My radius is way too small. I think. Well, shit. We gonna find out. Hold on. What is this nonsense? Hold on. But let me move this. Okay, this works. Okay, so you know what we could do? We can keep this 30. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna do minus 30 minus this, and then we're gonna do 60. Let me see how this looks. Clearly I was wrong, bro. Clearly I was wrong. We're gonna see now if I'm still wrong. Oh man, I'm gonna need some time to figure this out. I'm gonna need some time to figure this out. I'm gonna need some time to figure this out. Oh, hold on. Ooh, I will need some time to figure this out. Hmm. Yeah, no, I got that wrong. This is one of them things where like it takes hours. You just typing in shit to do it. So yeah, this might be one of them that takes me hours to figure out. Cause right now I'm stuck. I have no clue. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on the dev forum. I'm not gonna do that on stream because that's kind of boring. So I'm not gonna do it on stream. But I will do research on why on this on first of all the Aton. I'll do some research on this because maybe this is just not giving me the units that I need. And yeah, no, yeah. Huh. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. But then again, I'm looking at this, but this is here is what's turning the character. So why am I not focusing on this? Print self waist angle. Like I should be focusing on this, not the other one. Like this is what I should be focusing on. Because this is what's actually like turning the character. We need to. We need to know why. In between these, we need to understand like in between these why this remains the same value. I know it's because it's clamped, and this is it's probably like the clamping threshold is probably so small, like it's probably gone past this where that's probably why. So it's locking this to 0.5 and it's locking it to negative 0.5. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to rescript this and not make this with a math.clamp. But it can actually it uses all the value. I probably will have to remake this. I'm not gonna lie, I will have to remake this. All right, yeah, we're gonna remake this. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not doing this on stream because I will wreck my head. I will wreck my head if I do this on stream. Um, South the waist angle plus waist turn. Wait, hold on a minute. 10, 1. What time was for 10? Let me turn. Let me do something real quick. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, no, that still doesn't work. That is that's so. What it's doing is it's. I mean, let's do this. This I don't think this will work either. Beg me to stay. They are not staying. I just want to play and a party. Mm, mm-hmm, mm. Yeah, this is nonsense. I gotta. Yeah, man. I will be taking some time to figure this out. I can't figure it out right now. I have no clue why this is not working. It's either these numbers are too small, but I don't have it. I don't have it right now. It's gonna take a whole lot of debugging. Hold on. What's printing? Oh fuck. That's why I hate playing around with such small numbers. Oh fuck, wrong game. Wrong fucking script. I was so confused. South always. Let's turn this off. Obviously, it's printing the one on top, where it's like, oh, these are such minuscule values. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's just keep this. Yeah, what's up? Oh, okay. Let me see. There's something called a cylinder handler dormant, which means you don't have to do math to detect the parts. You can add a radius and specify the angle, and of course, create multiple in different orientation. Something called a cylinder handler dormant, which means you don't have to use math to detect the parts. Okay. You can add a radius and specify the angle and create. Let me search this up. It lets you draws the circle. So I don't have to use these small numbers. I'll have to do some research on this though. I'll have to do some heavy research on this. But yeah, I'm gonna research out this. I'm gonna research out this off stream, and then when I finally figure it out, I'll do a video on how I finally got to the conclusion. Because right now I'm stuck. I'm gonna read a bunch of dev forums because I know there's people have done this before, where they're making their ways to look at a part. Like see that's the easy part. The hard part is doing it only when they're facing you, or only when you're facing away. But I'm gonna look at a dev forum that makes a CO face apart at an angle, then it switches to the other direction. Because like I can do it so this will always look at it, but this will turn. Like, it will turn a full tree. I don't want it to be. I want it to be like kind of like this. So it only moves left to right. I will get this done. Yeah, and then just switch the values for lerping the character depending on what region in. Jason, send me the. I can't do math and scripts. Yeah. Send me the dev form post that you're looking at, and I will check it out. But I'm gonna end the stream now because that is taking all my energy. that is taking all my energy. That's taking all my energy. But I will show you guys how I do it the next stream. I'll because by the time I figure it out, I'll show you guys a step by step on what I did and what I was doing wrong. But I need to be on focus. I can't be streaming, looking at chat and doing this. So I need to focus and see what the fuck is wrong with my math and why am I scared? Why am I scared? We're gonna find that out. Found an object in the studio. Oh, word. Oh, valid. Okay, I'm gonna do some research on that. But I appreciate you guys for checking out the stream. My boy Jaso is always here all the time. Real dog, real dog. Same with Max. Max, appreciate you for checking it out. Max, sorry for not doing Vice City today, man. I thought next stream will be on Vice City. After I show you guys how I fixed it, I will do Vice City stream. The main reason why I haven't done much or posted much about Vice City is because Vice City is currently in the asset phase where I need a bunch of assets, and the assets are currently being made, and if there's no assets, I can't really code anything. So you know what I'm saying? The assets need to be made. So I will be doing Vice City, going back to Vice City content soon. So that's why I said. That's why I just call this a game dev stream because Vice City is there. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I don't know what I'm gonna be streaming next. Maybe 3 days, maybe 2 days. I don't know, but